Hello, I'm Randy Swallow with Clark County Television. Today we are discussing the Small Business Administration's Paycheck Protection Program with Clark County Commissioner Tick Sagerbloom and Sunny Vanua, the president of the Las Vegas Asian Chamber of Commerce. Later on, we'll hear from Tuan Pham, who is the vice chair of the Asian American Pacific Islander Community Commission in Clark County. Gentlemen, welcome.
Thank you so much for having us.
Commissioner, could you just give us an overview of the program and why small business owners should get involved with it?
Well, it's a federal program, but President Biden just upped the amount of money. But it's for people who have suffered during the past year, which small business, as we know, has all suffered, and it's loans that you don't have to pay back. So if you do follow certain guidelines, but it can be up to $2 million, so it can be from $5,000 to $2 million. But it's designed to tell people that we appreciate what they've been through and we want you to survive. The worst is over, but now you have lots of bills to pay, so let's get involved in this. But it's very exciting. We just wanted everyone to know about it and make sure the Asian businesses particularly were aware of it.
Sunny, explain it from your perspective.
Sure. So a small business administration backed loan pretty much, which gives you incentive to keep your workforce employed. And it's designed exactly for that. Keep your workers on payroll. It can be forgiven as long as it's used properly. And there's two types of loans at the moment, the first draw loan and the second draw loan. And I can go into details later on how that works.
Okay, sounds good. Now, what do we always hear about small businesses? What type of small businesses qualify for this program, Sunny?
All right, so the biggest misconception, a lot of people think that if they're an independent or a 1099 earner, they cannot qualify for this. That's wrong, they do. So an independent contractor or a 1099 earner can qualify. Sole proprietors, if you report your income through Schedule C, they'll qualify. LLCs qualify, but they do have to have payroll, so they do have to have a 940 and 941. And then, of course, you've got your S Corps and C Corps, and even nonprofits. As long as you do have payroll, they will qualify as well.
How about restrictions, or are there any other qualifications that are restricting people from getting funds?
Sure. So the main restrictions are, so for first draw loans, they have to have been in business before February 15 of 2020. They must have less than 500 employees, and they must still be operational at this point, pretty much. On the second draw, the same rules apply, except they must have less than 300 employees. Also, on the second draw, they must show a reduction of gross income of 25%, either annual or quarter over quarter, 19 versus 20.
You're talking, Sunny, about these first and second draws. So basically you're saying that if you do apply once in certain circumstances, you can apply twice?
That's correct. So if you, one of the requirements to be able to apply for the second draw, you must have used up all of your PPP money from the first draw already. And then the second would be the 25% reduction in income year over year or quarter over quarter.
How does someone apply for these loans, Sunny?
Sure. So the process is actually easy. The number one thing, the first thing that they should do, contact their bank. Now, ask the banker, what is your process and what do you require? Because each bank or each lending institution, I should say, is different. They have a different process or different structure. If they do need help, they can contact their CPA or they can contact their payroll provider. Both of them already know, most of them know exactly what small businesses need to provide, also to fill up the application for this process.
And finally, what is the Las Vegas Asian Chamber of Commerce's role in this procedure?
Sure. Well, in the beginning, of course, our role mainly was to give out information, become a resource for our members and not even non-members, just people that need help, small businesses that need help. And then we became the connectors. We would connect people to each other. And then lately, what we found out, the big part that we need to do is the translation part. Now, translation, when you say translation, sometimes you think about just one piece of paper, just translating it into Vietnamese, for example. Well, there's more than that. They don't understand the process, so we also have to translate to them how the process works so they can get a better understanding and get over the intimidation factor and then actually apply.
Commissioners, anything you'd like to add?
Just that if there's any problem and you have a question, reach out to the county commission. We're all available. We understand the program. We have people on our staffs. We'll connect you to the senator or somebody else, but don't hesitate. You know, all we can say is no. But the reality is there's lots of money out there. This is intended for people who have suffered. We all know, particularly small business, Asian small businesses, all those little restaurants have really suffered the past year, where you can see the light at the end of the tunnel. So let's not give up now. Now's the time to say, yes, I could use some help, and we're going to reach out.
All right, all right. We must take a quick break, but when we come back, we'll talk with Tuan Pham of the Asian American Pacific Islander Community Commission. Stay tuned.
Vaccination in Nevada is now available to all. Almost 1 million doses have been administered in Clark County. If you are 16 years or older, it's your turn. You are now eligible to receive your COVID-19 vaccine. Schedule your appointment today at snhd.info/COVID or call 1-800-401-0946. It's safe, effective, and free. Take your shot, Nevada. Brought to you by Clark County.
Welcome back to our special show about the Paycheck Protection Program. PPP is a small business administration-backed loan that helps businesses keep their workforce employed during the COVID-19 crisis. I'm Randy Swallow, along with County Commissioner Tick Sagerbloom. Joining us now is Tuan Pham from the Asian American Pacific Islander Community Commission. Gentlemen, welcome. Tuan, I know that there's been a number of updates and rule changes that the small business have just rolled out in this. Could you explain those, please?
Sure. Before I answer that question, thank you so much for having me today. Thank you, Commissioner Sagerbloom. As always, you've been helping the community, and I really appreciated that. Along with that, I thank you again for arranging this interview. And secondly, I will answer the question. So yes, the rule has been changed from time to time, specifically just the one that who just, for the second draw, I think that the rule has changing a little bit. I think from 500 corporations with 500, used to be 500 employees or less, but now I think it's go down to about 300 employees or less, and any applicants can be using either a gross income for the 2019 rather than just the difference between $2 million and something. I think that the rule has been changing. Right now, I think up to 100,000 can be claimed, and I think the 20,800 and something dollars and change is the maximum that they can do on the second draw.
Now, when you're talking about this money, Tuan, do businesses have to repay this loan, and is there loan forgiveness involved?
If they, it's applied to them, and they can be waived without repayments if they meet certain qualifications. For example, like I think 60% of the money used to pay their own salary or to use to pay for the employees.
And who should business owners contact if they want to learn more about this?
I believe that they can contact the local banks, and they may and they may not take the applications. Local bank and some national bank. However, if you wanted to, most of the time when they apply through the national bank, they have to use the website, and whenever they have a question, they are not able to calling in, and if they do calling in, they probably wait very long time. So basically, Commissioner Tick Sagerbloom just asking the people in the community, especially the Asian community, to see that identify some people who working for the bank, like one of your person here earlier. Sunny is the one who actually working for the local banks here, and when you apply through us, through the people in the community, probably it's easier when you have a question, you can call in and someone will answer the phone call. But you can actually go in and try typing SBA on the internet, and you probably will find a list of qualified bank or banks that they will take the applications.
We're taping this in early April. Tuan, when is the deadline for businesses to apply?
The deadline is supposed to be March 31st, but they just extended to, I believe that is May 31st of this year.
Commissioner, this is a fluid situation. We've seen these triple P loans coming and coming. Do you expect them to continue as the year goes on, or who knows?
I'm not sure. So I would say because the economy is picking up, now is I would try to do it now. And so as Tuan said, by the end of May, it would be the best time to apply. The other thing is if you aren't fluent in English, we do have Vietnamese speakers like Tuan. We have lots of different nationalities, different languages. So just main thing is just don't feel like somehow or other you're responsible. The government shut down the economy. So at this point, we're responsible. We, the government, are responsible. We want to help you. The money's there. So just reach out and to any of us and let's make it happen, because we love what you're doing. We want to make sure your employees are paid and want you to be successful.
Commissioner Tuan, thank you both very much for giving us this great information.
Well, thank you so much. May I have one word a few things to say to the audience? Basically, that especially the Asian community, they're afraid to apply because they think that they're not qualified. However, if you are a business owner, even that you don't have any employees at all, please contact us. You probably wanted to go into the internet and search for AAPICC, which is the Asian American Pacific Islander community, that the group of member of the commissions is actually be able to help you out, even though our mission is not doing this. However, that we're more than happy to look out and help you out. Especially people can speak English as their first language. You can in our community, in our commissions, they have 15 members, and they are all speaking different languages, Asian languages. So feel free to contact us. Search on the website. Go through the Clark County commissions and make sure that you contact us.
Excellent information. I thank you both very, very much.
Thank you.
That's our show. For more information on the Paycheck Protection Program, contact the local Small Business Administration office at 702-388-6611 or online at nvdo@sba.gov. The Asian Chamber of Commerce is here to help also. Check out their website at lvacc.org or give them a call at 702-281-0062. I'm Randy Swallow. Thanks for tuning into Clark County Television.